LR, the liberal redneck here, coming to you from a country where a significant portion of our population is so misinformed about science, they are opting to pass on the highly successful COVID vaccines in favor of a series of dubious alternatives. Thus, we have seen them progress from bleach to horse dewormer with a multitude of stops in between. This has resulted in a tragic irony. The tragedy is all the unnecessary deaths, and the irony is they did it to themselves. This reminds me of an old Three Stooges plotline, where the question was whether heredity or environment was superior. The same story was modernized in the Eddie Murphy movie Trading Places. My question is, does this factor into this fear of science mania we are witnessing today? Is it the result of a genetic factor passed on to future generations? Or is it the result of exposure to a culture where misinformation dominates? Unfortunately, I think it is the latter, and it is no coincidence that it is directly tied to the new Republican Party. The one created by Trump and his ragtag coalition of various white supremacist and fanatical evangelicals. Those who had been humiliated by the fact that a black man had actually led our country for 8 long years. To them, Trump was the answer to their prayers. He was whiter than white, and he hated the same things they hated. It was a match made in heaven. That is, their version of heaven, the one with white Jesus. Except for the hucksters and scammers that lock onto any movement for personal gain, they seem to mostly, not exclusively, come from the South, where the Civil War and the loss of slavery remains an open wound after 156 years. They all claim to be God-fearing Christians, though few actually are. The mixture of inherent racism and religious fanaticism is one devoid of reality, and science is nothing but reality. Reality based on provable facts, so it withers in such an oppressive environment. I do not think these people are born with hatred. Hatred is learned and reinforced by constant exposure and a willing acceptance. I think another factor is Southern public education, where the facts contained in critical race theory are considered an abomination and a slap in the face to their Civil War heroes and forefathers. They have been taught to believe that Moses wrote the Constitution of the United States and slaves loved their kindly masters. Reality in the form of the Grim Reaper has invaded their fantasy, and I sincerely hope they learn something from it. On the bright side, 54% of Americans are fully vaccinated, and 23% are fully dewormed. You can reach me at theliberalredneck@gmail.com, and you can visit live with me and my talented colleagues for our weekly wrap-up every Friday at noon Central on blogtalkradio.com/theliberalredneck. And you can also listen to episodes at houseofpublicdiscourseradio.com. Thanks for watching.